acoustic soul. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We are so grateful to have you all here for this special evening. We have 2 sets planned for you. The first set will be sharing songs from both of our CDs. We'll take an intermission. You can top it off and come visit us at the CD table. And then we're going to have a dynamic duo. That Man and Robin's going to open up our second set, which they're fabulous. And then we'll come back with some fan favorite cover songs. But we're going to start. We're going to start with one of my most favorite songs that Gary has written. It's the story of Bonnie and Clyde, from the moment they met to the moment they died, from Bonnie's point of view, and it's called Everyone's Gonna Know Our Name. He was a wild-eyed Texas boy from the wrong side of the tracks, and I loved him before I even knew his name. He said, I feel like I know you. Have we met somewhere before? And I said, no, but honey, I sure feel the same. They call me Lizzie Parker, but Bonnie is the name. My daddy called me till the day he died. What's a pretty girl like me call a handsome boy like you? And his eyes melted me when he said Clyde. We were a match made in heaven. We're headed straight for hell, faster than a runaway train. And you'll know how we got there by the stories that they tell, 'cause everyone is gonna know our name. Said, when I left East Town Prison, I swore I'd go back one day to get even for what they'd done to me there. So will you come with me, honey? 'Cause I'm stealing guns and stealing money and going back to bust those inmates out of there. We robbed some banks up in Missouri, stole guns in Arkansas, and killed civilians and some cops along the way. And we knew someday they'd get us, but as they tried to hunt us down, our love just grew stronger every day. We were a match made in heaven. We're headed straight for hell, faster than a runaway train. And you'll know how we got there by the stories that they tell, 'cause everyone is gonna know our name. Clyde made the Texas law look foolish when he made good on his vow at the East Town jailbreak of 1934. And though the papers called us famous for all that we had done, the Texas Rangers declared an all-out war. His name was Captain Frank Hamer, a tall and fearsome man, and he knew Clyde and me were Louisiana bound. And staked out up on Highway 154, 6 constant guns were there to take us down. As we finally drove upon them, we saw them raise their guns, and just before we heard the bullets fly, Clyde pulled me close and kissed me, and he looked into my eyes and said, I'll see you when we reach the other side. We were a match made in heaven. We're headed straight for hell, faster than a runaway train. And you'll know how we got there by the stories that they tell, 'cause everyone is gonna know our name. Everyone is gonna know our name. Everyone is gonna know our name. Thank you. Hey, listen, if you enjoyed that song, you guys are gonna absolutely love the recorded version, because we were fortunate enough to have the extremely talented fiddler from the String Assassins, Patty King, play. Yeah, if you guys know the String Assassins, they're pretty awesome. He plays on the recorded version, and he pretty much killed it. It's awesome. We also have some music videos of that song and this upcoming song. So I would say that that last song was maybe, what would you call it, a love story?
Yeah.
Kind of a twisted love story, right? This song, definitely not a love story. It's more of a love lost story, and it's called Seattle. Northwestern town, I guess the sun, he's been sleeping on the job. I don't want to leave here, but my heart don't want to hang around. It's feeling empty, like a bank that's just been robbed. I found out the man that I'm in love with ain't loving only me. Now my broken heart says it's time for us to leave. Go see a Rocky Mountain sunrise, hear the sounds of New Orleans, ride the big waves in Hawaii, and catch a sunset in the Keys. You know the cool New England mornings can heal your soul. I'd rather stay with him in Seattle, but my broken heart says go. Fixed a run-down leaky roof and patched holes in my shirts and old blue jeans. So I'll fix what's between us, and I'll hand him the proof that my love is the only thing he needs. But my heart keeps on repeating that I must be insane to think he's worth the anger and the shame. Go see a Rocky Mountain sunrise, hear the sounds of New Orleans, ride the big waves in Hawaii, and catch a sunset in the Keys. You know the cool New England mornings can heal your soul. I'd rather stay with him in Seattle, but my broken heart says go. I can hold an umbrella and stay in this stormy town, 'cause at least I would be sheltered from the rain. Or I can hold on to my heart and let it lift me off the ground and carry me away from all this pain. Go see a Rocky Mountain sunrise, hear the sounds of New Orleans, ride the big waves in Hawaii, and catch a sunset in the Keys. You know the cool New England mornings can heal your soul. I'd rather stay with him in Seattle. Should I stay with him in Seattle? Should I stay here in Seattle? No, I think I'm gonna go. You guys are awesome. So the story of our life is the story of our lives is the title song of our newest CD. And if you haven't picked up a copy, please meet us out during intermission. We want you guys to take our music home. It's our gift to you. Of course, if you want to donate, we would gladly accept donations. We're going to be raising money tonight. Everything we raise tonight is going towards a national folk radio campaign. So we found somebody who really believes in our music, and we're going to go for it. Thanks. So when you see the CD, you'll notice there are journals, because everybody has a story, right? And my journal entry is the middle one. Truth be told, I don't really keep journals. He actually does keep journals pretty much every day. So we went back and sort of recreated what would I have said 10 years ago. But the story did start 10 years ago when I met Gary at an open mic that he hosted at Corners. And we had an instant connection musically. And 2 weeks later, we were playing a steady gig at Cloud 9 Cigar Bar. I'm still recovering over that, but seriously, I am so grateful to have met Gary, to have been able to play music with Gary, because not only is he an unbelievable singer, songwriter, and guitarist. Yeah. But I know a lot of you know him personally, and he lives up to the reputation of truly being one of the nicest people I know. True story. Yeah, funny, kind, a little goofy. I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
I love you. And when you open the CD, you'll see other journal entries of other people's stories. And one of them is about the story of our lives. A couple that has been together for 50 plus years and have had a beautiful, loving marriage and had family and are enjoying their golden years together. And if you look really close, you'll see that the picture in here is my parents. And they're actually celebrating their 56th wedding anniversary this year. And they're here. They flew down from Connecticut because they're the most supportive and loving parents, and I am really lucky. I love you guys. I also have two friends that flew. One flew in from Connecticut, Kathy, and another from Virginia, Mala. So thank you, girls. Story of our lives. I guess you could say it's dedicated to my parents, and Gary said this song when he wrote it reminded him of them. So that's why their pictures are in here. He had no blue car. He drove my summer heart, and I love to feel the wind blow through my hair. 19 years young, I knew he was the one, and he said I was the answer to his prayer. At 22, we said I do, and our souls became entwined, closing the first chapter in the story of our lives. Because love is writing every reason for sharing dreams and changing seasons, and years we leave behind will taste sweeter when we find that we have silver hair and wrinkled faces and memories pressed between the pages, 'cause we live every line as love writes the story of our lives. We started chapter 2 with only me and you, and now there's kids and dogs and house and jobs and fun. And old photos show our family as we grow, and the changes sure look good on everyone as we survive because love is writing every reason for sharing dreams and changing seasons, and years we leave behind will taste sweeter when we find that we have silver hair and wrinkled faces and memories pressed between the pages, 'cause we live every line as love writes the story of our lives. The days they pass so slowly, but oh, how the years go racing by. You slip your hand in mine, I'll walk with you through time, and as the pages of our story reach the end, I'll close my eyes and fantasize that we're 19 once again, and relive every moment of the love that we've been in, because love is writing every reason for sharing dreams and changing seasons, and years we leave behind will taste sweeter when we find that we have silver hair and wrinkled faces and memories pressed between the pages, 'cause we live every line as love writes the story of our lives. Memories pressed between the pages, 'cause we live every line as love writes the story of our lives.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, thank you. I want to personally thank everybody for coming out, for taking the time out of your lives to come out here and listen to the songs we've written. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. We get a lot of requests for this next one. Many of you know I have 4 daughters. And when my oldest daughter graduated high school and went off to college, it was kind of an emotional issue for both my wife and me when we dropped her off there and left her, came driving home. So we thought about all the times as she was growing up that we had to let go and let her go experience life on her own. Like that first day at kindergarten when we watched her walk up onto the big yellow school bus and watch her drive off with her. The first time that she took the car out by herself. All those situations that we've all had to experience. And we all have to learn how to let go, because if we don't let them go, they're never going to get the opportunity to find out who they are. So this song is for all the folks who are raising children. This is called Let Her Go.
I packed her sleeping bag and suitcase in the back seat, so her pillow and Mr. Bear could ride up front. And I said, I am gonna miss you for the next 2 weeks. And she said, Mom, 2 weeks for camp is not that long. After 11 years as Mommy's little princess, it was time I let her do things on her own. And though my heart was crying out to me that I should make her stay, all that I could do was let her go. I let her go so she could find the light within her. I let her go so she could learn to spread her wings. One day I'll set her young heart free, and as she flies away from me, I will hold on to her love and let her go. behind her. She packed her little car with dresses, books, and dreams. And as she told me just how crazy fun college life will be, I thought how empty our old house is gonna feel. I said I'll miss our walks, our talks, and our girl time. If you need anything, please call me on the phone. Then with a kiss, a wave, a tear, she was headed down the driveway. And all that I could do was let her go. I let her go so she could find the light within her. I let her go so she could learn to spread her wings. One day I'll set her young heart free, and as she flies away from me, I will hold on to her love and let her go. I hope one day she'll understand that I've been holding her hand from her first baby steps to this place where she stands, and that tonight I finally know how much love I have gained by letting go. As he lifts her white lace wedding veil to kiss her, and we throw birdseed as they reach the limo door. And when she turns around to wave as they slowly drive away, all that I could do was let her go. I let her go 'cause she has found the light within her. I let her go 'cause she has learned to spread her wings. Tonight I set her young heart free, and as she flies away from me, I will hold on to her love and let her go. Tonight I set her young heart free, and as she flies away from me, I will hold on to her love and let her go.
Thank you.
The bar is open.
Just a reminder that the staff tonight is doing an outstanding job out front, out here. And a round of applause for your staff tonight. Please take good care of your staff, tip them well. I've been playing in blues bands around this area for about 20 years or so. And one of the first bands I ever put together around here was a 6-piece rhythm and blues band called Night Train, that I think a few might remember. And the saxophone player in that band was this big, loud, 250-pound, 4-pack-a-day, chain-smoking, whiskey-swilling guy named Eric Zimmerman. And Eric had a big, loud voice, and he drove a Harley Davidson. And he wasn't just the life of the party. Eric was the party. He was actually the only guy I probably ever knew that actually traveled with an entourage. People followed him everywhere he went. And I wrote this song basically describing him to a T, always hoping that he would one day sing it in the band. But I could never get him to sing it because he said, after 40 years of smoking, I got no voice. So unfortunately, he never sang it. And unfortunately, he passed away about 10 years ago. So I'm gonna do this song for my buddy Eric. I'm gonna sing the blues. Because only a white kid from Vermont can sing it. This song's called The Lord Knows I'm Going to Hell. So so I might as well enjoy the trip. I've seen hard times, New York Times, early times in gin. Been stoned, sober, and hungover, but always come back again. Sometimes on my way to church, I've been known to stop for a little nip. But the Lord knows I'm going to hell, so I might as well enjoy the trip. I've seen lowriders and high rollers and some move at the skids, tough talkers and street walkers and girls with 15 kids. I'm the kind of guy who likes to give the dancing girls an extra large tip. But the Lord knows I'm going to hell, so I might as well enjoy the trip. If an old lady gets on the bus, I won't give up my seat. And I'll be damned if I hold her hand and help her cross the street. I've outrun some crazy girls and I've outrun the cops. So look both ways before you cross, 'cause I ain't gonna stop. Tell me that I'm crazy, then you'll tell me that I've flipped. Then you'll just tell me to go to hell, so I might as well enjoy the trip. All right. I've been in cop cars and strip bars and made young girls jump and wail. Spent too much money, too much time, and too many nights in jail. All my friends tell me I should slow my life down and get a grip. But if I'm just going to hell, then I might as well enjoy the trip. I've been uptown, downtown, inside and out, over the edge, under the weather, and there ain't no doubt the day will come when my last four-letter word flies from my lip. And I'll be on my way to hell, and it's been one hell of a trip. Thanks, guys. 1 second.
So 4 years ago, we played on this exact same stage, and many of you were here, I think, for that show. We were hired by the Garden Folk Concert Series, and we were, I got my little group right here, and we played, we were promoting our first CD, and actually the picture on our new CD is from that night when we were here. It was originally called the Mozart Theater, and then when they renovated it, we were, after that night, we had such an amazing night. It was full of great energy, and we thought, gee, wouldn't it be great to get back here for our second CD release when we finally get it done? And we had two things on our mind. We're like, number one, how are we going to make that happen, economically, and could we even fill this place? It seats like almost 3 times as many people now. Well, thanks to a very special friend and with her big, generous heart, Robin Lance. Yeah, please. She made our dream a reality tonight by donating this evening for us to be here. So we love you. And thank you to all of you guys, because we filled the place with our acoustic soulmates and all your great energy and loving and supportive energy. So we really thank each and every one of you for being part of this night tonight. Home was a title of our first CD, and I don't know for you, what does that elicit when you hear the word home? I know for me it just feels good. It's like everything's right, and it feels good. And this song is sort of a gentle reminder that no matter where you are in your journey, sometimes we feel like we're a little maybe off course or completely on the wrong path. The reality is we're all exactly where we need to be every step of the journey, and that feeling of home is always right there in your heart if you tap into it. So you spend the day out searching around this great big town, down the alleys, past the shops, and chase the sun as it goes down. Though your head has no idea where it is that you should go, your feet keep searching for another long and winding road. When suddenly you realize your head's been hanging down, and your two left feet were all you'd seen shuffling on the ground. You think about the signs you missed that could have led the way to a life that's so much better than the one you have today. But how long, how far can you run from where you are? This back road that you're on is still right where you belong. 'Cause this road you thought was leading you away will lead you home. Then you stop into a small cafe and sit there all alone with a dozen other lonely people running from their homes, talking to your coffee cup and asking what to do. Like the answer will be written at the bottom when you're through. Then you mumble that you've got to find the right road out of here before one more wasted minute becomes one more wasted year. And you wind up like the cover of a tabloid magazine, just another tattered story of another tattered dream. But how long, how far can you run from where you are? This back road that you're on is still right where you belong. 'Cause this road you thought was leading you away will lead you home. Don't go and buy a ticket on a bus that's headed west. Don't hold your thumb out for a ride, hoping for the best. 'Cause the life that is your home could be on this back road searching for you. But still you study all the faces of the people passing by, and you wonder if it's joy or an aching in their eye, and which ones are feeling just like you in search of something more, and which ones have found the road that leads them right to their front door. How long, how far can you run from where you are? This back road that you're on is still right where you belong. How long, how far can you run from guys. So this next, we never say the next song. This next song. How many of you kind of catch yourself like with endless chatter in your head, you know? And sometimes it's fine and positive, but a lot of times I find that some of my chatter gets a little negative, a little like negative self-talk. And this song is just like that wake-up call that goes, shut up. Enough. Just get out there and do it. Live your life now and stop worrying about the past. It's behind you. And this is sort of become my mantra song. It's called Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. I don't want to hear it. Too old, too young, too hard. The voices scream in my head. Too late, too scared, too tired. We take the safe path instead. We put our dreams in jail and throw away the key. But our thoughts can open doors to a new reality. So I don't wanna hear shoulda, coulda, woulda. Live now, do it now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, coulda, woulda. You gotta leave regrets behind. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now, do it now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. You gotta leave the past behind. I should've listened to my heart instead of everyone's advice. I would've followed my dreams and not this road to sacrifice. I could've felt the joy if I had only shed the guilt. But now I'm trapped inside a life I didn't mean to build. I don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now, do it now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. You gotta leave regrets behind. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now, do it now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. You gotta leave the past behind. 'Cause our eyes only see what we believe. Start believing your dreams, they'll become reality. You gotta follow a new path, like a night follows day. This clock keeps ticking, but that won't get in our way. 'Cause each grain of sand that's fallen to the bottom of the glass is a gift of wisdom, not wasted moments of our past. So I don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now, do it now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. You gotta leave the past behind. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now, do it now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. You gotta leave the past behind. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Gotta leave regrets behind. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live now. Don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda. Gotta leave the past behind. I don't wanna hear shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Have you wrote that?
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I got a buddy, Mike, who asked me if I wanted to go skydiving with him. I said, sure, I'll go. Never been. He goes, are you gonna be scared? I said, no, I'm not gonna be scared. Sounds like fun. Why, you gonna be scared? He said, yeah, I'm gonna be petrified. I said, why are you gonna be petrified? And he said, because he's deathly afraid of heights. So I asked him, if you're so deathly afraid of heights, why are we going skydiving? And he said he wanted to face his fear head on and conquer it. Sound like a good enough excuse, so we went. So we got there one morning, we suited up, we took a quick course on what we'd be doing, we jumped in the airplane and we took off. Now we'd be going up 10,000 feet, and then we'd be free falling, tandem, which means our instructors would be attached to our backs. And we're in the plane and it's climbing and climbing and climbing. And Mike and I look out the little window at the ground way down there below. And Mike asks the pilot, how much more do we have to go till we get there? And the pilot goes, only 7,000 more feet to go. I watched the blood drain from Mike's face. I just laughed. But finally it was time to jump and I was going first. Now, I gotta admit to you guys, when you step out on the wing of an airplane at 10,000 feet with the intention of jumping, it's insane. But I told myself, I've got to enjoy this, because either I'm gonna land safely or I'm not. And I jumped and it was a blast. And I hit the ground first, and I got to watch my buddy Mike land. And he hit the ground and he was whooping and hollering and cheering, because he did it. He faced his fear and he conquered it. So it got me thinking, what am I afraid of? What are you guys afraid of? It takes a lot for us to face our fears. But I think if we all know what's gonna be like on the other side, and I think facing our fears could actually be fun.
This little plane has climbed so high, its wings can't touch the clouds. You clutch the bar behind you, too afraid to just look down. Your fear is screaming, you'll never make it safely down below. But you step out on that wing, say a prayer and just let go. Once in a lifetime, you gotta face your biggest fear. Once in a lifetime, make those dark clouds disappear. A second chance won't come knocking if at first you never try. So now is the right time, for once in a lifetime. This night has been just perfect. There was magic in the air. Now all that's left is a goodnight kiss and those 3 words, if you dare. Your mouth is dry, your chest is pounding, your tongue begins to tie. But your heart knocks your fear aside and you let those 3 words fly. Once in a lifetime, you gotta step into the ring. Once in a lifetime, take your fear and take a swing. A second chance, it won't come knocking if at first you never try. So now is the right time, for once in a lifetime. Say goodbye to what's behind you. Say hello to something new, 'cause you don't use your rearview mirror to see what's in front of you. If you're brave enough to face the monster that hides beneath your bed, you'll find he doesn't live there, 'cause he lives inside our head. Now the waiting's over, the day has finally come. You feel your feet get colder, but there's nowhere you can run. Your friends and family have gathered here to watch you say I do. A kiss for luck and you're on your way to a life that is brand new. Once in a lifetime, you gotta chase your fear away. Once in a lifetime, you gotta let love lead the way. A second chance, it won't come knocking if at first you never tried. So now is the right time to try for the first time. Now is the right time, for once in a lifetime.
second. That was vodka in the old days.
Sure, it's water.
A friend of mine in Tucson worked at the state deaf and blind school, and a bunch of us went out to visit him years ago. And while we were there, we took a tour of the school. And during the tour, we were treated to a performance by the arts department. Now, one of the acts that was in the performance was 4 teenage deaf girls who did this perfectly synchronized dance routine to music that had this really pounding rhythm. And they were just absolutely perfect. And I asked my buddy, how can they dance so well together if they can't hear? And he said they feel the beat of the music in their chest. That's how they keep time. And then later on in the program, there were 3 blind gentlemen who sat on stools with acoustic guitars and sang a flawless rendition of Sweet Judy Blue Eyes by Crosby, Stills and Nash. And I'm standing there with the rest of everybody, and we're watching these performers, and I'm looking around the room. I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at us. I'm going, who here really has the handicap? Because I'm definitely convinced they hear something that we don't. So that experience crept its way into this song. This is called See the Light.
On a stage, and I was told she had no ears to hear the music being played. Your graceful movements glisten just like sunlight on the sea. I had to ask, how could this be? They said, look in her heart and you'll see. She sees the light with every step she takes. She sees the light with every move she makes. The simplest man will understand when he finally can see the light. Playing songs to smiling eyes, let his guitar sing to all of us who could see that he was blind. But his life of joy was echoing through our wistful ears. It's what he wanted us to hear. And looking in his eyes, it was clear. He sees the light in every note he plays. He sees the light in all his darkened days. The simplest man will understand when he finally can see the light. Truth is what we've locked inside our soul, afraid to know what darkness holds. But those who shine their light upon those afraid to see knows that each is holding their own key. Looking at the people living here, I see families and neighbors, friends holding on to fear. And I dream the dream that someday they will learn to let it go and let the love begin to flow. And then looking in their hearts, we will know. They see the light
Thank you.